Well, hey everyone, welcome to the bush. I have about 5 days in a row free with no obligations anywhere I have to be. And I have a laundry list of things that need to be done here on the homestead. And I'm going to take these 5 days to get all this work caught up and get things done. But I'm also going to be living out of my cabin the entire time. So we'll see if I can improve my sleep a little bit at the cabin, and I'm going to be full on living the homesteader lifestyle for the next 5 days. I hate the thing. Time to relax. Ooh. From the land of sky blue waters. All right. So I'm all moved into my homestead. 7 days, 6 nights. I'm going to be living at this cabin. Come rain, shine, heat or cool, I'm going to be here. It's going to be somewhat roughing it, but not really. Got everything pretty well unpacked. I'm going to be eating, showering, and doing all my laundry and sleeping here at the cabin. I still have to go to my house for certain things, but just for my business and my work-related stuff will I be going to my house. I have a long to-do list, and I'm going to work hard. I'm going to be working like a homesteader. I've got things that need done here at the cabin, trees that need cut, firewood that needs processed. I got things to do here at the cabin, but I also got things to do in my regular life. And my goal is to take this time to just work like a busy bee and get it all done. I don't know about you, I'm working up an appetite, and if you'll remember from Meat Fest, I made some pulled pork. I made a pork shoulder, I smoked it, and so tonight we're going to use some of that pork shoulder that I had in the freezer. We're going to use it to make carnitas. carnitas are about to be served. And I'm about to be fat and happy. Well, I'm about to be happy. I'm already fat. But got some great corn, local sweet corn, fresh local sweet corn with okra and tomatoes from my garden. And that's what I heated up. I made that the other night. And then, of course, we stirred up the pulled pork with some good Mexican flavorings. I mean, it just can't suck. I'm going to let you guess whether this sucks or not. Now it's time to try the corn. Corn, okra, and tomatoes. It doesn't suck. Big old pile of corn like that, that'll always clean out the colon. Speaking of which, I think when I get done eating here, I'm going to have to pay our little friend, the composting toilet over there, a visit. Yep. Check out composting toilets. It's a great way to when you go camping, or if you got a cabin off-grid, or if you're living the off-grid lifestyle or whatever. It's a great way to deal with human, I've been going down to my local farmer's market and buying a lot of local fresh stuff, stuff that I'm not getting out of my garden. One of the things I'm not getting out of my garden is pie. This one happens to be black raspberry, and I know that this is the time of year I'm going to get it. Last week I got a gooseberry pie. It was amazing. This is absolutely phenomenal. I try not to eat it all in one setting. Well, I slept incredibly good. I figured out one of the tricks to sleeping good in the cabin is blocking out the windows. My room at home is dark, and so if I go somewhere and it's really super bright in the morning, it messes up my natural sleep. So today is day 2 of homesteading at the cabin. Got 5 more days and 6 more nights to go. I'm so glad I'm getting off to a good start. I slept pretty good. I'm not going to run the generator, obviously, all day, every day for 6 days straight. I'm just using the air conditioner when I need it for sleep, which is today. I needed it after 10 a.m. to finish up sleeping, and I fired it up about 10 a.m. and it is now about 1 p.m. I got to shut down, and we'll open up the cabin. It's a little warm, but I mainly need it for the sleep, so I'm hoping that I'll only need to run it for a few hours each day. And it also charged the EcoFlow back up. So, and we're getting solar. Alright, I'm going to start this day off with a shower, because I badly need a shower, and I have to go to town today. So, we're going to get a shower in the old-fashioned way. By hanging this bucket with a spigot. This is a 6-gallon bucket. Do it just like I did at Ragbri. Hang this bucket with the spigot over my head somewhere where I can take a shower. Thinking right off the back side of the cabin here. Well, with a few choice words, I got it hung up. It's up there pretty good. I used the wire. I put some pavers on the ground to stand on, and it's time for me to get a shower. Now keep in mind, that was a cold shower. You could heat some water up over the fire, but it's 85 degrees. I'll tell you what, if you've never taken a shower out in the middle of a field on the edge of the timber, basically, you haven't lived. Well, it's so simple, it's stupid, but it works. I think what I'm going to do is make some improvements. I like this spot because it's kind of protected. There's a tree here. There'll be a water tank there. You're still kind of back in here and hidden. But I like the fact that I can put my body wash and shampoo right up here in the window. I can just set it in the window when I'm inside, come around and take my shower. The water level is right there. That's not even a third of it. So I used less than a third, which means I used just under 2 gallons. This is a 6-gallon tank. I could get a 3-gallon tank. That would be much easier to handle. I could simply build a shelf right here to set it on. Super simple. So simple it's stupid. Well, I'm off. Even the best homesteaders still have to go to their local village for supplies once in a while. And unfortunately, I didn't think this week through. I need a few things. And now's the time to go get them. Well, I just got back from town. So last night we had the carnitas. So we've got the taco shells, and we've got the pork, and all the sour cream and all that stuff here in the mini fridge. So I just grabbed some eggs from the house and a couple potatoes, and we're gonna mix up some breakfast burritos using the pork from the carnitas. Well, that was a glorious meal. And now I'm just going to do some relaxation. My aunt's been going through some old totes that got different stuff. And I've got an old tote here. It's full of family pictures. Tons and tons of old photographs. And I thought, how cool would it be to bring it back here? What better than to go through it back here at the cabin by the light of the lamp. Well, I found a few cool photos. Took a long time to get through all those photos, but I'll show you a couple now. There are only a couple of this place. Bible is perhaps the coolest thing that I found. It's pretty rough. The cover's completely come off. I'm gonna find out from my aunt. But I got going through this thing. What's really neat about it is there are things tucked into it. Here and there. Like flowers. Like somebody was putting flower petals, you know, in between the pages. And there's several places that looks like a leaf. This looks like some cedar. There doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason to it. Must have been their bookmarks. Here's a lesson leaf. It says the lesson leaf. Lesson for June 11th, 1911. Wow, that's preserved really well. I have reason to believe that this could be really old. I'll fold that back the way it was. The lesson leaf. 1911. But I wish I could find a date. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Tied together some flowers. It's like a bouquet of flowers was tied together with some string. This is a time capsule, ladies and gentlemen. God knows when these flowers could be from. Shoot, who knows? Menace, Pole, Peel Gray were married Wednesday at 4 o'clock, February 26, 1913, by Squire Mitchell. Well, that was really interesting. Day 2 down. Hoping to get some things done tomorrow. Hoping for a good night's sleep. I'll see you all tomorrow. Having my coffee today. Get a little caffeine in me and get out there. This is a chance to sit in the AC for just a little while longer. So the last 2 days, I have not had to run the AC more than 2 or 3 hours. Not using very much fuel at all. And it's keeping the EcoFlow charged. What a day's worth of work. I put it in today. Went over the whole roof. See, I'm using used tin, so I had to plug all the holes. We used a little caulk and a little some fat screws that have a self-sealing like rubber washer on them. And I'm hoping that'll last for many years. You better run, Mr. Possum. Oh, cutting over to the other side. You must be getting closer to your home. Am I going to follow you all the way to the cabin? Oh, there he goes. That is the longest I've ever followed a possum before. Well, we got the supplies for tonight's dinner. I picked my tomatoes at the house. And now we are heading back down the path to the cabin. For those of you who don't know, the cabin is really far back. It's almost 3/4 of a mile down this path. And what's cool is you're nothing, and then boom, there it is. Pretty cool. There it is in all its glory with tin on the roof. Oh, it makes me so happy. We're going to get to cooking here because I have worked up quite an appetite. I didn't do a campfire tonight because it was supposed to thunderstorm, but we're in a drought, so every time it's supposed to thunderstorm, it kind of just dissipates, you know. Anyway, I got these yellow tomatoes. I really want to try these from my garden, of course. I really want to try to make a tomato sauce with them and see how it is. And I happen to have these meatballs. They were on sale at Aldi's and they're freaking great. And I got some rigatoni pasta. So we're going to do a yellow tomato sauce with, I got some heavy cream. We're going to cook it way down. I got some heavy cream. And we're going to cook the meatballs in that. And then we're going to put them over some rigatoni pasta. I've got some locally baked bread from the Amish. It's starting to get a little stale, so I'm going to use it for garlic bread. Ladies and gentlemen, we eat good here when we're homesteading at the cabin. So some of you may be thinking, gee Nathan, that's a little fancy. Got the white wine and everything. This is kind of a celebratory meal. I'm celebrating the fact that I have tin on this cabin. It's definitely cause for celebration. I'd like to thank everybody for following me through this journey. And I just want to let you know that I really, really appreciate your support. Any ideas that you have, just anything, I love hearing from you. With that being said, here's to getting tin on the cabin and many more good memories in the bush. Okay, this has got to be ate in private. Sorry. I'm in a food coma. I worked hard today. I'll see you all in the morning.